Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Keith here, Jesse on the camera. Tonight on the bench, round 2 of the Stabbin' Wagon. A couple guys in the comments decided that's what we're calling it. That's what we're going with. I love it. Looks good. We've decided to add a little bit of black wash, dark wash on top. We're just going to kind of show you the highlights. We showed you how to do everything. So we've got 2 mixes going on. One's a little thicker, one's a little thinner. Use your own discretion. You don't want paint going on. You want it to be able to soak just like the rest we did back in video number 1. We just wanted to get you guys up onto date. Up onto date?
Yeah.
We're going to use it?
Yeah.
Yep, we're going with that. That works good for us. So anyhow, just poke at it. We put on that Jake Paul and Tyson thing on Netflix, 3 hours poking at it, just playing around, having some fun with it. We added yet another layer, so we're up to 1, 2, 3, 4. At least 4 layers, so it starts to give it a nice, very nice, I think a very nice vibe. Coming up very awesome, looking good. I'll probably dust a little bit more of the Tamiya, we call that model makeup on there.
Weathering kits.
Yeah, weathering kit, model makeup junk on there. Probably do another dust coat on that before it goes out. The nice stuff about that is you can touch it up as you go along, as it wears off and rubs down. Anyhow, that is pretty much done. So anyhow, we are moving on to the interior of the theme build. Now, these are always a lot of fun. We'll go over this really quickly to where we are right now. We have the stock inner tray from the body, which is the Vanquish VS4-10 Origin. Anyhow, shot it quickly with a backer black. It's not fully done. We're going to be painting a lot on the interior, so we just threw some base color on there. Took our Hobby X-Acto number 11 blade, cut the plastic protective film off the seats on the top side, peeled those out, and sanded them with a 600 grit paper. Now we're going to quickly spray those with a flat white, just a generic over-the-counter Home Depot, whatever you want, hardware store paint, just because it is on the inside. It took a lot of TS7 racing white to cover up that body to get over that dark blue. We don't want to spend another can on the interior, so we're going to quickly shoot that with that color, with the base white, then we'll get the TS7 on top. I'm going to quit rambling. We're going to get this painted. We'll see it back here when we start putting all the dude and bits and pieces in. I'm going to show it now. Bye. Okay, guys, while that base coat dries up, let's talk about the driver. Now, remember, this is Halloween, Michael Myers theme build. Now, we've already gone ahead, modified the driver, gave him a bifurcation. Is that bifurcation? We cut them in half. So anyway, we kept the front piece. Now these are NECA. Yep. NECA brand, N-E-C-A, NECA brand. I'm probably saying that wrong like everything else, sorry, but very high detail. The suit is kind of a plastic rubber hybrid mix, so it's nice. This is the same as Pennywise and Freddy back over here, so they are moldable. You can make them kind of sit down. It works out. Throw me a chair. Got some 3D printed night custom CJ7 seats we can use for a test dummy. But anyway, look at that. He sits nicely down like that. It's obviously too low for this setting, but in that interior, it fits perfectly. So basically, yeah. Then we cut the top half of his thighs off, and I notched them so they do fit the seat. Everything does fit in. It does look somewhat normal. Trust me, it kind of looks weird now, but it'll come together. Passenger seat, we did get one of those flickery fire tea light things. You probably can't see it, but it flickers like a candle. And we are going to put the hollowed out head that Michael likes to carry around on there, on the seat. And the pumpkin, it actually comes with, lights up. And we got some hands and hammers and other tools and crap we'll put into the interior to get that done. So yeah, quick overview on what we're building that with. Now we're going to get that interior together. We're going to get Michael mounted up in there. Okay, so that's just a quick overview of the driver kind of setup. Theme we're going with inside, of course, with blood splatters and a bunch of junk like that. We also took the full-size tombstone. It came with a full tombstone base. We gave it a cut A little bit of a crack detail on there. We added a little bit of Tamiya panel line. Accent color black. You can get this in black, brown,
gray,
and gray.
and white.
White. There's something new right there. Thank you, sir. Anyhow, we line that on black in the crack, makes it look cool. We cut them in half. We're gonna dirty that up, put it into the back of the unit. It's gonna look epic. I'm gonna quit talking. Now, when we come back, we're gonna have this guy mounted in. It's pretty straightforward. Get out your Shugu or your E6000, get your parts chopped up, started situating, get it in there. We'll get that in there, and then we'll jump back in before we do the dash and all the other junk like that, because we still need to get a little bit more arm movement out of him. So a couple of the tricks we've learned on the other builds, we'll see you back here in a couple seconds. Okay guys, while the interior finish is drying, we've got it all kind of detailed up. We'll go over that with you in just a few moments. Anyhow, one more last added detail. We decided to open up the windows since I went a little bit heavy on the matte clear and the dirty. It also adds a little bit more light inside, gives it a kind of eerie glow when you've got the open side windows and the dirty other windows. Pretty cool. I'm sure you guys have seen it on Pennywise. Looks great. Anyhow, we'll show you how we did that. Pretty simple. Take a piece of masking tape, bring it up to the top of the window, mask it out, and then bring it down. Now this is where you have to make a choice. Now, not everything in the hobby transfers over to scale life. The shape of these windows on the door is trapezoidal, or whatever that is, like a triangle with the top cut off. So if it was to go straight down as it would in the door, because of the shape of the cut on the bottom of the door, you'd actually have a gap on both sides, but we didn't want that weird floating glass piece. So we just moved it to the back, so simulated it kind of goes down and back. Doesn't really work in the scale reality. If this was like a true scale build, well, that wouldn't be an issue if it's a true scale build. So, yeah. Anyhow, so all you got to do is mask that out. Then you need to score it with a sharp, fresh. Use a fresh blade, X-Acto X-Life number 11 blades. We use fresh blade. Grab a brand new one out of the package. Not like a fresh one you've had sitting on the bench for a while. They oxidize. I don't know if you can see the color of the blade. It's got like a dark color, and when they sit out for a while, they actually turn straight silver. They lose that color, and they actually just get dull from the oxidizing in the air on the edge of the razor. So, fresh out of the package, fresh blade. Slice that all the way around. Then you're going to need to take your body reamer, punch a couple holes in her. Of course, in the void that you are removing. I like to go about 3/8 of an inch. And then you're going to need to score. I'm going to take this off camera and do it because I need to hold it and brace it pretty good. But you need to score from your corner, I can get a couple here, down to the middle, this guy across, this corner up, this guy down to the corner of the window, this guy here. You see, you can kind of figure out what I'm doing, right? And then what we're going to do is make sure those are deep. I'm going to do it off camera, make sure those are nice and deep. What I like to do is actually go from the edge to the middle. That way I don't run off the body, damage anything. Once you have that done, take a pair of body scissors, just give it a little clip and get that run opening, and then you can start to bend and snap everything back off edge. Don't try to cut it out with a knife. You'll make an absolute mess. This is where you need to know the score and snap. Now I'll get this scored up and I'll show you the snap on the camera so you guys can see what that's like. It is a bit abusive, but it's a clean, perfect cut. Now with a little bit of sanding, then we'll get that little bit of a wiggle out of there. It's not 100% perfect, but trust me, if you were to cut it with the knife, it would look like butt cheeks on like a sandy day. Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Good. So get nice deep scores with your blade. Take your scissors. Now I like to just cut right through the middle piece. You don't really need to score that one. Also make sure you're not rubbing your blades on your paint job. You are painted on the outside, as Lex saying, you don't want to damage anything. Get that guy cut. Get these guys started. Doesn't have to be right onto the cut. As long as you hit the cut with your cut, you'll get there. Just gonna flip this around, make my life a little bit easier. Okay, so then it is a matter, see if I can find a way to do this, of just bending these tabs back. You'll rip up to the corners just like you want, and then that piece will literally just fold and snap in. You can put your finger behind it and give it a bend so you're not stressing out the body. Get your fingertips in there, whatever it takes. Just bend that off. That's it. Sometimes you gotta be pretty rough with it and you're gonna rip through. Just make sure you're not bending or ripping pieces that you wanna obviously keep nice and clean looking. This little corner here where I cut the window to go down, I can clean that up with a knife after. Super simple. There you go. Nice. Now some very quick light sanding, nice and clean. And now you're not gonna have a wiggly chopped up edge. I swear if you try that with scissors or knife, just cutting through it, you're gonna hate it. It's not gonna be fun. That's the way to do it. It looks good. Now, let's talk about the interior. Next step is to put all this together. It's gonna look banging. Gotta get this rolling. It's almost Christmas. We're supposed to be done this by Halloween, so. Okay, interior. Jesse has knocked out the dash. Jesse has very good artistic skill. The thing looks amazing. I like the blood on the knife. He added all the handprints and stuff. It looks great. Did the wood grain wheel. Now this is the stock Vanquish dash that comes with it. Is just a piece of Lexan, but all it needs to do is hold the detail like it's doing. It looks great. He does have a shifter that goes down here on the floor, and we got Mikey mounted up in there. I can't remember that cop's name, but he's got his hollowed out head there, and we do have a flickering tea light in the bottom that glows on the inside. That's going to be more of a, you'll see it when the body's up, trust me on that. It'll look a lot better once we get the darkness of having the lid on there and stuff. So anyhow, we'll come back to that in a minute. I'm going to quit rambling. We're going to put this together. We'll see you back here in just a few seconds with this epic build all wrapped up. We'll go over it, and then the next video we're going to get out with both of the nightmare builds and do some hopefully some snow running. It's November and still raining there. Okay guys, there you go. The build is done 99.9% anyhow. We have one more item to install plus the tail lights. We have the Incision Phoenix Series 2 LED light set for the rig to go in. We have some 3D printed inner fenders from Night Customs. Check them out, of course. They actually have now a subscription service. Check that out. We signed up, so we actually got those files for free because you get 20 credits a month with your subscription. Check them out. Now, this is build number 3 in our series of our childhood nightmare build series. We've got Freddy back over here. Pennywise over there, and of course Michael Myers, the Halloween build here. Now, wheels and tires, this is a stock VS4-10 chassis underneath. We are going to change out the wheels, the tires, get the headlights on it. You guys will see that all together. We're going to get it sitting a little bit lower, a little bit nicer. We are going to have a short break. We're waiting for snow, and then we're going to get these guys out for a nice evening snow crawl with it lit up. It's going to look great. We have plans for that. Stay tuned. We'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.